Welcome back to another nail art design. This time it's nail foils using Smiley's Glitter Store products. I chose this designer inspired foil. It's number 7 off the website. It's £1.39, 1 metre long and round about 4 centimetres wide. I chose this because of the way it's been designed. It's not matched. It's all off centre. We've got bits of roses. I chose it for the roses more that clash with the black and the white. We're not just going to be doing full coverage either. I like this one as well. It's not got that silver, it's like metallic back. It's more papery, this one. It's a lot better. One nail's full coverage, so we're starting with a white anyway, and we will add the white on the others as we go along. Starting with the white, I have already got a matte top coat on top. This is the foil gel as well. It's £7.49. We've got ingredients on the bottle. We've got instructions and care website, I do believe. It's 30 seconds in an LED and 2 minutes under a UV lamp, and the bottle is really sturdy. It's not plastic, it's not thin, it's not light, it's quite a weight to it. It's not overly thick either. It's not like water, it's like a gel polish. And we just need thin coats of this. We're going to do one whole layer, nice thin layer, and then we're going to cure it for 30 seconds. When you've coated the nail, just check over it, make sure none of it's tried to peel away or separate from the matte base coat underneath. You can tell it's got little pitting, little holes that would appear. So just a little bit thicker, or give it another stroke. Make sure you've done it all around the edges. You don't want it pooling at the edges either. You don't want it too thick because your foil won't stick. When you're happy, cure for 30 seconds. Check the size of the nail against the nail foil as well. I noticed my nail was too long for me to have the red line going vertical. So I've had to change how I'm going to place my foil. I'm just checking here which way I want it. And when it's out the lamp, you don't want to use it straight away. You need to let it cool down. For best results, you let it cool down. I'm just wafting at it there just to hurry it. You just see me here just working out where I want it, how I want it. I think that's a little makeup compact mirror. I do like that little design on there as well. So when you've put it on, I haven't pressed it down everywhere yet. Where it's stuck, I've just gently left it. We're going to do the front first. So that's nice and smooth, all down the sides, along to the tip. Make sure it is stuck and smooth. Any wrinkling or air trapped in there, you can gently lift the foil again, as you can see there, and as you place it back down, you can match back up again, give it a nice rub. I think I was rubbing this till my finger went warm. Keep lifting, keep checking, make sure it's stuck to the edges. Sometimes just needs a little extra rub. Try and match as best as you can. Sometimes the foil will just come unstuck itself. That means it's taken, it's lovely. Just had a little whoopsie there. Look, I didn't match it up quite right. But apart from that, I've got pretty amazing coverage with this foil gel and foils combined. We're going to give it a quick top coat, cure for 30 seconds, just to seal it. Make sure you cap the edges again and cap the tip of the nail, just so you don't get no chipping or peeling. And check to make sure again you've not got any ripples or bumps, any separation. Cure for 30 seconds. This time we're going to turn it matte because that's how I wanted the finished design, and we've got to put a border around it yet. So I'm doing a quick matte top coat and curing that for 30 seconds as well. Cure for 30 seconds. There's a dog outside. There it is, nice and matte. We're going to take a small detail brush or a liner brush, it doesn't matter. And I'm only using black gel polish here, and we're going to go all the way around the edge, not hair thin, just so you can see a nice black border there. You want to take your time with this bit. I was really shaky doing this, and I noticed it after up close. Had a few wobbly lines. And I've sped this up as well because I did take my time doing this. It does look effective when it's got its border all the way around it. Just finishes it off. Just fill those gaps in. Make sure you've got no little white gaps all around the edge. Make sure you've done the sides properly. Just try and be as neat as you can. This little border as well, if your foil didn't manage to get stuck on a little bit of the edge, it'll cover up those little gaps. And we've cured that for 30 seconds. On to the next now. This one we're only doing just over half the nail with the nail foil, so I'm trying to get as straight a line as I can with my white polish. And we're just going to paint the tip of this nail white, so we've got a nice bright base for that foil. Make sure again you properly do the edges and cap the edge, cap the tip, and cure for 30 seconds. Again, another thin layer just over the white that we did. Try and keep it as close to the edge of the white as possible. We are going to do another black line across there, but we still need the foil to be covering as much as it can. Make sure you use the light above you as well, or the reflection of a window to help look for any dips, bumps. Forcing it to cool down there. Again, sorting out what I think would be the best way of having it. It's a lot easier to only foil half the nail as well. You haven't got an apex to go round. I think I use a tool in a minute, a little silicone tool. These are good as well for rubbing down a nail foil. All down the edges, make sure it's stuck all down the edges and right to the tip. As you can see, you get a lot less wrinkles only foiling half the nail. Short natural nails are perfect for nail foils. Doing a quick top coat again just to seal it. And cure for 30 seconds. Again with your matte top coat, only one layer. Make sure you cap the ends and the tip. And curing the lamp. Again, back with your detail brush and your black gel polish, only going around the foil. So we're going to leave the back pink part of the nail. Keep it nice and thin. Looks really smart as well. Curing the lamp. We've got the two that we've done now so far. They look quite smart like that, but we want to do a 3D bow. This is acrylic, just plain black acrylic. What I've done to get, because we use like a diamond shape to get each half of the bow, on the nail form on the silky side, I've scored a diamond shape so I can keep doing it on them each time, and that will guarantee the same size bows either side of the bow. They'll be the same size, which is a good idea. I'm not using a mini acrylic brush or a small one. I'm using my normal usual one that I would do my nail extensions with, size 12. You want to pick up a big bead of black and place it in the middle of your diamond. And just let it sit there a sec until it starts to move. And then you help it along into that diamond shape. Patting and pressing. You're not poking the tip in it, keeping the brush flat, just patting and pressing to spread it. And then you will then tap it along the sides to keep it in that diamond shape. If it's too thick, you can pat over your diamond again just to thin it out, and then pat the sides again. just smoothing it out a bit. Just practicing these shapes was a nightmare. Even with my little diamond I've already scored onto the form. This takes practice. And when you're happy with your shape, another good idea, because I'm only doing this for a nail tip, I'm blowing on that acrylic now to set it even quicker. So I've blown on it and I can move it nearly straight away. So you're going to wet your brush again and tickle it underneath halfway and gently lift it up and slowly fold it over so they touch. Just give it a little press right on the tip there just to keep them close together. And using the tip of your brush, you're going to go in between and just gently lift the top part just so it gives it a little puffed up 3D look that we're going for. You can see just in there, just poking it in gently, just lifting it ever so gently. And I think I do this until it starts to really stiffen. And that's that half done. And you can tell there, I've just actually realised what I've done. I've outlined with my brush the diamond. You can see I've folded dead halfway through. So we know, if I do that on the next one, we know they are going to be perfectly matched in size. But we also need that diamond now to do our second one. So we're going to move just as we did to flip it over, but we're just going to go right under it and lift it and just put it to the side there, still on the form so it don't stick like glue. We're going to do it again. I think this one is a fail that I've left in to show you that not everything goes right the first time. I think my bead might have been too small for this one. Too wet and too small. Yeah, I definitely weren't having a good time with this one, I don't think. I think it's this one. But acrylic will surprise you, and even if you've got a fast setting one, if you've got it at the right time, you can carry on for quite some time until you're happy with how you want it. And I think it's too thin and too early for me to lift it. Yeah. Oh, it really goes wrong in a minute. See, it still allowed me to put it back, pat it out and then try again. It really wasn't happening, so we're just going to get rid of that one, start again. That told me already my bead wasn't big enough and it was far too wet to even do anything with still. Already looking a lot better. You can see me blowing it again to speed it up. And again, wet your acrylic brush. You're going to tickle it back and forth underneath, going halfway. Lift it really slowly. Much better. And do exactly the same as what we did with the first one. Make sure that one's stuck down properly. Start lifting and opening the ribbon part. Make it look like it's got a bit of movement, dimension. It's a lot of fun learning these, I tell you. I've enjoyed these so much. Keep playing with it because I still can. So they're both pretty much, they look like frogs' heads. When they come together, they're gorgeous, these bows. And we're changing to our mini acrylic 3D brush. This time we're going to join the two ribbons together and then do a central bead on top. So this little bead is just so we can lay the bow on and just make sure they're stuck in the right place. Lift them the same way you did with the big brush. It's so fun making them on the foam, the silky side of a foam. You can make anything and just store it there until you're ready or until you need it. Just tidy up where you put that central one because it does settle and spread. So you can use that to almost like glue the bow together. You won't see all that anyway. And that's what the bow will look like when it's on the nail. It's not overly tall, but it is wide. And take another really small bead and just wait for it to turn smooth and then wait some more. Because you need it to stay in that little ball when you place it there. You don't want it to run anywhere. And as soon as I place it and watch it just sit itself, I start blowing it to start setting it straight away. I still have timing issues with some of my little acrylic things that I'm practicing. But definitely I found for these, just for practicing, if you're not doing it on a client or someone else's nails, blow on it to set it. Just checking, I've left it there for quite a while. I'm just checking if it can be taken off the form yet. We can take the sides down. And that's not ready yet. I think I left it there for another 5 minutes, I think. And tested it again to make sure I could move it, dropped it, and it stuck itself to my display mat there. Panicked, but managed to get it back. So that's why we need patience. And we're going to apply it to the nail now. Because I've used a matte top coat, I'm going to use a matte top coat blob to sit that bow on. The bow is completely set now. It's hard. It's not even... It's 100% set. And putting it on at an angle, it just looks a bit more fun. I love it like that. And there's our finished set. Once you learn the bows, they are really, really, really addictive to do. And them foils were absolute. The quality of them foils were absolutely amazing. Absolutely loved using them, and I will be again. Used with the foil transfer gel, you get nigh on 100% coverage. Absolutely. Thank you for watching. I really enjoyed doing this for you, and I can't wait to do some more.